The good, the bad, the ugly, whoa. The good, the bad, the ugly, whoa. The good, the bad, the ugly, whoa. Yo, black man, Bobby, let it flow. Turn it up, turn it loud, let it go. The good, the bad, the ugly, whoa. About my what? About my who? About my rockfish.
Get out of here, man.
Too much good, take you higher.
Yo. Let's go. We got a win. Versus Wolves. We did it. We did it.
I think your celebrations need to be calmed down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Because, it was Wolves.
I know that.
Wolves.
I know there's. Listen, Joe, I know there's people out there that would rather see Manchester United lose so that some agendas can be proven and things like that. So I'm not going to stay calm. I'm going to be happy about it. I know it's a team who was supposed to beat. It's a team who were expected to beat. But you know what? We did it. And we did it in a way where you look at the scoreline, you can smile, actually. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's the only good thing. That's like, let's just go straight into it. The good of today, yeah.
Yes.
What's that?
Talk right now. He's dropped a bomb on it. The good on the day.
That's the only good from today, yeah. Let's be honest. Look, guys, let's enjoy the win for what it is. Yes, for real. That we scored 4 goals. The fact that Manchester United scored 4 goals today is the good. It is possible. We can score 4 goals.
Yes.
The bad of the situation is, though, and I'm getting straight into it. The bad of the situation is, though, bro, we didn't look. For me, look, it was a convincing win against Wolves, but I got more concerns out of that game than I did happiness. I don't know. Yeah, I enjoyed the win. Yes, that's one thing, but I got a lot of concerns after the game, bro. Like, after looking at the game, like dissecting it, I'm rewatching it right now. It's on the TV next to me, and it's just like we got a lot of luck in that game. Yeah, and I know we did score from open play as well, so no one can complain about the open play goals, but we need more. It's Wolves. You know what I mean? We should not take the foot off their neck. We should be pressing more. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy about the win, bro. Very happy. I swear to God. I promise you. I'm happy about the win. Yeah, but I need more. I want more.
I hear you, and I in some parts I agree with you, but also in some ways I gotta tell you that, Joe, like, this team it's a team that's one defeated in pretty much relegated. At the same time, they actually, I gotta give them a little bit of props and say they didn't just necessarily just hand over the 3 points from the beginning. They actually, like, there was a moment where when it was 1-1, and they showed a little bit of fight. It was not enough, but they showed a little bit of fight, and that's that. I hear your part about saying the bad is that, like, it still doesn't feel convincing, but I gotta tell you that it's Wolves being a Premier League team that, even though they're being relegated, they're still going to put up a fight. They put up a fight versus Newcastle. Newcastle won only 1-0. They put up a fight versus Aston Villa. Aston Villa only won 1-0. And, they put up a fight versus us until we actually put in the second goal and had a 2-goal cushion, So I hear you, Joe, but I want to tell you, bro, like, yes, you want more, but you might need to, like, readjust that, because otherwise there's going to be so much bad, in every Manchester United game. Not that that's a horrible thing, but like, we won, bro. We won, and be happy about that.
Bro, I look. Did I once say that I'm not happy about the win? Did I once say that?
You said you're happy about the win, but you're saying it's the bad is also the same result. Like, it's leaving you, the performance, it's leaving you, like, with more
performance questions. Is leaving me with more concerns than with, like, good things to look forward to in the future. Do you know what? I worry going up against better opposition. Let's face it, we were playing a relegation destined team. You get me? They're destined for relegation. Yeah. Wolves know they're getting relegated. Everybody else knows they're getting relegated. We know they're getting relegated. So the performance that we should put in against them should be more than convincing. And don't get me wrong, we scored 4 goals. Yeah, that's a convincing score. But the performance, very shaky. You know, very lucky. Bar the penalty and bar that goal that stumbled in, we scored 2 goals. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
I hear you.
I don't say too much because I don't want to be Mr. Negative. I hate being Mr. Negative.
All right, Mr. Negative. There's something going on with the sound. Okay, now it's good. Now it's bad. Now it's good. I'd say, like the only other thing that I hear you on your bed, but like the only thing for me that right now I'm actually like clutching for straws, really. But like something that you could potentially include in the bad category is the fact that it's kind of related to the ugly, actually. It's related to my ugly. Should I just go straight into it? Let me say the fact that we conceded a goal versus Wolves. And not only that, Wolves had not scored a goal in November. And we were the team to let them score that first goal since October, and that for me feels like it was ugly. The way we conceded that goal too, it's like, we just had a moment of disorganization where we're just chasing the ball. And I'm looking at especially our goalkeeper, Sen Lamens was out there like, blocking the outside of the goals. I like the kid. I respect the kid. Like, I want him to succeed. But like, and I'm not just singling him out. I'm just saying the whole team was just ball chasing instead of actually containing and not being like doing some schoolboy defending, because that's what it was. That's what I kind of would say feels like a little bit of a bad ugly to me. I don't know. Do you have anything in that?
You know what? To be fair, I struggled for ugly because when I put the performance down to bad, I struggled for an ugly. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
I leave it there. I don't really want to poo-poo the team too much. We've done well.
Yeah.
So there's no looking for too much bad or ugly. When they're really bad, we call the show ugly, ugly, ugly. So you know what? It shows us good. It's fine. It's just good and bad today.
I got an ugly though. I got an ugly. No. I got an ugly, Joe. I got an ugly. I want to say like I'm happy about the result, but like we were really wasteful, especially in the first half. Diogo
yes. Very true. Very
Cunha. We like this game, as I say that, like Wolves were like fighting, but we let them fight. We let them get that momentum and have that moments where they were pressing us. Like, what? Our wastefulness was really ugly to witness.
It's true. It's not just that though as well, but you know what? Yeah, the Cunha situation I feel like is getting a little bit worse now. Obviously, it was against his old team, so people expected him to put in an outstanding performance, or at least try to put out an outstanding performance. But is it now that he's trying to do too much sometimes? Is that what's going on? Because is he a kind of player that's feeling the pressure?
You think Cunha is a little bit like under, and he has a little bit of like I'm under pressure type of vibe? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, absolutely.
I feel like okay. I feel like there's a little bit of like Ruben might have touched on this, Joe, about the fact that he wants to get himself like he wants to get going in terms of stats. He wants to get going in terms of goals, and there's a little bit of that. You can feel a little bit of that in his performance, which is precisely what I feel like you're touching about right now. So yeah. Cunha needs to just relax, contribute, and be a team player. There's moments where I feel like he overcomplicates things, where it's like, I get it, you can be good at shielding the ball, you can be good at evading some players and challenges and so forth, but sometimes for me, I just need simplicity to get yourself out of a situation, get yourself out of a press. And I always say this, Joe, like, so you got to let the ball do the work. And the moment you take 2, 3, 4, 5 touches, you're taking the team out of a passing rhythm. That's why we do one-touch passing in training to build a certain rhythm. There's a moment when the team gets into that ta 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 moment, or it's just like pass, 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 you know. And Cunha sometimes can break that rhythm, and that's for me the thing that I'm like, why? Why do you need to engage in that? Is it because you know?
It's because but that's the thing about when someone's trying to do too much, though. Understand what I mean? But
yeah.
He does a little bit too much, or he's overthinking things. So every time he's getting into people's positions, he's getting in the way. He needs to start calming down and start finding his rhythm at Manchester United, because it's starting to look like we might have got a dud. Yeah.
No. He's got an assist. He's got an assist. He's not like a dud. But like I hear what you're saying. I feel like the moment he gets the goal,
for the price we paid, for the price that we paid, it's looking a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? You got to put it into account.
No. Really? You're already calling Cunha? It's feeling like
look. He has to listen. It's gonna get to the point where it's gonna be start calling that, because we paid.
Because that is almost synonymous with flop, you know. Right? That is almost synonymous with flop.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Let's not beat around the bush here. But all I'm just gonna say is that he's got a lot more to prove still. Look, if we're gonna say, remember the whole Anthony situation, yeah? Do you remember the Anthony situation, right? That whole Anthony situation was, look, he ain't great, but it's the price tag that really bombs. You know what I mean? If you paid 25 mil for him and he was performing the way he's performing, nobody would be saying anything, yeah? But when you pay 90 mil for a player or something like that, it's going to impact on how you judge their performance, clearly. And it always does. And when it comes down to the Cunha situation, bro, we paid a lot of money and he ain't giving us a lot back. On the other hand, Mbeumo is doing his thing, yeah? Whether he's got a good performance or bad performance, he's starting to get goals. He's always getting goals here and thereabouts, you know what I mean? He's scoring, he's assisting, he's involved in the attack all the time, yeah? So, I don't know, bro.
I hear you. It's funny because for me, I was also frustrated by the person that you're bigging up. Mbeumo, like, had moments of, like, especially after the first half, I think his performance in the second half got better, but there is a little bit of like, maybe these players are feeling part of like the chore of like playing with, players that are not always consistent. I don't know. I'm trying to understand why we have brand new players that sometimes end up looking like, a shadow of themselves, But that being said, I want to just say, like, for me to push back on your take and say, like, for me, it's still a little bit like, I feel like Cunha he'll come good, and he's starting to come good with the assists. The moment he gets the goal, the doors will open, and I feel like he'll start to relax and start to become more of a team player. And I would shy away from categorizing him as a flop yet. That's where I stand with it. But
I'm not saying he is yet. Once again, I'm not saying he is yet.
Yeah.
If it continues down this path, we're all going to be saying the same things. We're all going to be giving the side eye.
Okay. I'm curious what other people are going to say about this, by the way. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Thank you for being here. This is The Good, The Bad, The Ugly with Joe Blackman and me, Botswana Papi. We're streaming this on my platform, Football Power Hour, and also on Joe's platform, Backhand Entertainment. So please go give a little cheeky like on both channels and subscribe. Let's say the link is in the chat if you want to talk. Let's talk about what's good, what's bad, what's ugly versus Wolves. Because, Joe, I want to also shout out somebody really quickly about, I guess we can put this in the category of good and say the fact that for me, Aiden Heaven was pretty good. I I enjoyed watching his performance. You know, he's 19 years old and he's assured. He's like a calm, he's doing this after like obviously the previous performance where he pretty much rushed a sliding tackle versus Callum Wilson, right? And that sort of tainted a little bit, put a little bit of pressure on his performance, and he got subbed off. Blah blah blah. Blah. Lenny Euro came on, but today he got another start, and I think he showed today that listen, I'm actually here for the long term, and I'm a young player, young prospect who's got a bright future ahead of me. And I was really really impressed by him, his work on the ball, how sometimes he would cover up for some people's mistakes, and it's really impressive what he's doing in the central center back position. So I want to give him his flowers and say he deserves to be in the good category.
No, he deserves. He definitely deserves a shout out still because he's one of the promising young players that Amram has actually broke through. Yeah, so he does show you what trust under Ruben Amram actually looks like. Yeah, for a young player. So let's just keep that in control.
Thank you for touching on that one. Okay,
that's what trust with Ruben Amram really looks like. He trusts Heaven. We can't say so much about some other young players, but we'll leave that there. Don't even want to bring up that conversation too much, but I'll just touch on it.
Yes. All right, let's go on to the first call of the day, bro. I'm curious.
Let's bring in Pav. He was the first in line. What's going on, bro? How you doing? You all right?
Yo, what are you saying?
Oh, well, let me know what you're saying because you know what? You was there with us during that watch along, yeah? And what impressed you or depressed you during that match? Because you weren't too impressed, if I can remember correctly.
I weren't impressed or unimpressed. Like I was just like calm in it. Obviously, the first half was kind of quiet. Went to 1-1. Didn't really complain too much about it. Even at halftime, certain man wanted to crash out. And we were like, even then, even I was saying, brother, there's still bare time. I could see they're trash, innit? You can tell that Wolves are trash. It's just that we don't want to take advantage in the time when we need to take advantage. But second half, it obviously changed. So yeah, we got goals. I think, like you lot talked on Heaven, he had a good game. I don't know if he's injured because they took him off and he's. Even prior to that, on the corner, he was holding. I don't know. I think he was holding his left knee or something. Damn. And then he limped off a little bit. So don't know what's going on there. Hopefully, the lit's back and what he can fit in. Otherwise, he's gonna have to put his trust in Euro, innit? And we all know we don't really rate him at the minute. So, yeah, but I'm not going to be too overly gassed because it is a team that we should have slapped up anyway. Bruno had a good game. Cunha stunk it out. Mason Mount probably had one of his best games. I think Luke Shaw done an all right job as well today. So you'll get a little mention there.
Sure.
I don't know if I'm missing anyone. Yeah, Cunha and Mbeumo. They didn't really. I know Mbeumo scored, and he was probably better in that second half, but he's been stinking it out lately. Him and Cunha. Cunha, the worst one, obviously. Yeah, this is why I never wanted Cunha at this club. I was against that signing from like whenever we were linked to him. I was like, he's not what we need. At the time, I advocated for Ryan Cherky, and a lot of people are laughing at it. But it is what it is. He's here. Oh, no, obviously, if you don't pull it up in 2 years, like within another year and a half, he'll probably be sold. But you're proven, brother. You shouldn't need time to get used to playing against these teams in this league. You should be used to it. Mm-hmm. You know what you're coming up against. Like, you just look weak. That's what you look. You look weak, bro. And I don't know what it is. And I've already said before, I'm blaming the last international break on Mbeumo's performance because before that he was doing good. I won't name the country, but Etu used to play for that country, so you can guess what it is. I think they ruined him in that international break.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
He might be tainted. Yeah, but on all seriousness, though, I feel like, is there any sort of worry that we should be facing? Because for me, I watched that game here, bro, and while I was watching it, I was like, there was points where I'm like, we shouldn't be struggling this hard to break down a team like Wolves and stuff like that.
But
I know.
are you shocked when we've faced lesser opposition in Grimsby and lost and thingy? Those things stay with the players. It's not like they're gonna. It's not like they're gonna start playing good.
Yeah.
1 week we win, the other week we lose, then we draw, and then we might get a win. That's what our season's gonna be like. It's gonna be inconsistent. So that's when you get the wins, just I'm not saying be happy, just be content with it, and then wait until see what happens the following week. This is why I say, like, I'm not going to sit here and predict Man United to win games. I'd rather just predict them to lose games, do my reverse judge, and then pray that we actually pull something out of the bag. But it's working. So
keep doing it. Keep doing it.
But what's it called? Because I ended up predicting Man United to beat West Ham. That's why I think I went wrong. But like I said, there weren't too many things, but there's obviously a couple of players that done their thing. But Cunha, honestly, brother, you've got, is it 2 weeks? Just under 2 weeks to up your game, because
whoa. Why is it 2 weeks for Cunha? Because you want to sell him already?
No, because Ahmad and Mbeumo are going to AFCON, and then we're down to Cunha, Mount, and Xerxes. Sesko's not back until January. Now they're saying he's not going to be back in that squad until minimum end of December, start of January. So we're going to be relying on them three. But that's where I'm thinking.
Sure.
And not Mbeumo. Bruno needs to be put back in a 10.
Okay.
When Mbeumo goes. So you got Cunha. I'll be happy to see a forward line of Mason Mount, Cunha, Bruno. And I think with what I saw with Kobe today, he looked I know it's Wolves, but he did look a little bit composed, just kept the ball ticking. Didn't have to do anything majorly. I think you could get away. Amaro could get away of just trusting him enough to allow Bruno to go back in that 10 position for however long, a couple of weeks, a month. I think we should be okay. But Cunha needs to step up his game in the next 2 weeks. Just get yourself some GA. I know you got an assist today, but that was the most Bandulu assist I ever seen in my life.
He nearly bottled that pass, you know.
I know, man. I know. But yeah, other than that, I ain't really got much else to say. I'm not giving the manager any plaudits because he don't deserve it. Big up the players.
Out of here. Sid Venom. The manager did something. The second half was better. Come on, Pav.
Even I must admit that, you know what, the manager didn't really do nothing wrong. You know, it was one of them things where as long as he didn't do nothing majorly stupid, he couldn't have done anything wrong. Yeah. So, you know, he gets a decent rating today. Yeah, decent rating, I guess, like average. He does what he always does. Nothing special.
Yeah.
Nothing special today. Just got the job done, went out there and got the job done. So give him his ratings for that at least, man. Do you know what I mean? If the players get a good score, that means he gets a good score as well.
100%. Like he if anything, like he did his part in terms of like setting the team up to create chances, because we did. We had Diogo Dalot, we had Cunha, we had Mbeumo that had chances and couldn't convert. You know, especially that Dalot one-on-one was so criminal. I still can't forget about it. Anyway,
I honestly thought I was going to see an opening goal before I came on live, because I was ready. I was sitting there waiting because I did that 20 minutes wait behind the scenes thing because, you know, our sister Luan told me I shouldn't be doing watch along, so I was waiting for us to score first. But Dalot, man, pointless. But listen, let's bring in the next caller. I know you ain't got much time. Riri, how you doing, sis? Welcome to the show.
Big up, Riri.
Oh, you're on mute, by the way.
I see you two putting in the grind. Watch along, Good, Bad, Ugly. You're holding each other accountable. I'm very
Hit
happy
the
to
like
see
button,
this.
guys. Thank
Yeah,
you.
And as I say that, bots remembers that he's supposed to say hit the like button and subscribe. Okay, no problem.
Hey, one step at a time. One step at a time, Riri. We
Okay,
can't.
it's growing pains. It's growing pains. I get it. I get it. Totally get it. I am very happy to see you guys doing your thing, though. I must say.
How are you as well, sis? How you doing? Just before
I am surviving, Joe. We can talk about that offline. I am
yeah. I
surviving.
just want to say how you are. You look
And
like
I'm not. I look like
go on.
you a couple of months ago. Yes.
Stress.
Oh.
Literally. Yeah.
Alright.
What's good? What's bad? What's ugly, Riri?
What's good is that you're actually awake because you look like you were falling asleep on that game. You were
No, the first
yawning. I actually saw your tonsils at one point. I mean,
I'm sorry.
just say
Pardon my lack of decorum and showing my
yes,
balls on screen.
yes.
But the first half was actually very sleep inducing. I'm serious. It was like
The first half of that game, I want to say we should have already been up 3 goals going into that first half. Going into that half.
At least two.
At
least two.
3 at least. Yeah, I would say 3 at best, 2 at least. I agree. Whatever Ruben, I think Ruben spends his salary now on televisions for his halftime talk. To be fair. I think that's where his salary goes now. Just straight buying televisions for the different dressing rooms he has to, because he's throwing something at these men. Because when they come out in the second half, I mean, the last 3 games, these men have been different team in the second half per se. The energy is a little better. Bruno being Bruno today. Bruno, we see when Bruno's has his hat on, his game hat on. He's untouchable, basically.
He's instrumental to everything that we do.
Yes, he was, and he was for this game. He was 2 goals and an assist on top of other things that he did on the pitch today. The bad, I would say, is that we still cannot string an entire 90 minutes worth of good football together. We're still a team of 2 halves. That's the bad. And the ugly is that we have a player on probation and he should be fired and reapply for his old job. So,
who is this? Is this Cunha?
of course. He should stay. He should literally stay on in Molineux and do not get back on the bus.
Nah, really.
Not a fan then, sis. Not a fan of Cunha.
I've never been a fan. Bots can tell you that. And he plays for Brazil, and I'm not a fan of him playing for Brazil. Never been a fan. Never. Never been a fan. Bots knows this. Bots, you know this. You know this. This is not because he joined Manchester United. I never wanted him.
You don't even want him in the Brazil lineup. You don't even want,
No.
But don't you
Bots
think
knows that? Bots knows I don't rate him.
Don't you think
I never knew people felt this strongly about
I don't rate him. I don't rate him. I never did. Wow. Never did.
You're not the only one, sis. I'm hearing from a lot of fans. You, I believe, Wrap Up as well. And a few others said that they don't think.
And like I said, I don't need. This is not even. And my time is up. But I'll say this: this is not even coming from like when he joined Manchester United. I'm talking about. I'm a Brazil fan first.
I know that,
and I don't rate him in our lineup.
Crazy.
Hey,
so yeah, but again, we won a game. We won a game that we should have won. We move on to the next. Bournemouth up next. We will not have Cunha and Ahmad and Maz because I think all players need to report on or before the 15th, and we play on the 15th. So they might be gone by this weekend. So it will be interesting to see what that lineup is come Monday for that game.
Yeah.
And I know we'll discuss that in future calls.
Yeah.
But again, I want to say big ups to the two of you for putting in the work. I hope this continues. Okay.
We hope so too, Riri.
100%.
Big up, Riri, yo.
Thank you as always, Riri, for calling in, man. Do you know what? Yeah, bro. I never knew so much people did not like Cunha before he came to Manchester United in that respect. Because Abs has said something like that as well, hasn't he? Like he never thought like he was the right person to buy for that position.
Yeah, I think
along the lines of he's a failed striker, really. You know what I mean? And now we're sticking him in the 10.
Ooh, you're calling him a failed striker now. Nah,
Said that's what was said, not me. Hey, whoa, hey, stop.
No. I'm just now hearing it all this. I didn't know that's how Abs felt about it too, because I feel like he is somebody that will come good eventually. But I expressed my grievance about him, that the fact that like sometimes he doesn't do like catch the rhythm of the team. He wants to do a little too much. Today there was something mentally that was not right, because like a player that's hungry to score, he would have never made that pass to Bruno when he also had a sighted goal right there, so maybe part of it was him feeling pity for Wolves, knowing that Wolves is like, because he was the Maverick, and now he's coming back to their home, and you're gonna like nail, like I don't know. It felt like he was pitying Wolves the way he was performing sometimes. I don't know.
Get right here, man.
I don't know.
I don't want to hear that shit. Could you imagine if that's the case? Then hook him. Then, if you feel like he's being sympathetic to his ex-team, get him off the pitch. It's not here. Anyway, let me bring in the next caller because Wrap Up might agree with you. Wrap Up, welcome to the show, bro.
Walk on.
Big up, bro.
You know what, but Semi agree with you on the Cunha thing. Semi. But he wasn't feeling sorry for them. Cunha was playing the occasion, not the game. Because it's a former club. They're going to start booing him. He was trying too hard. He was doing too much. And essentially, he was playing shit today. He played shit today, I gotta be real. I like Cunha, but he played shit today. I have to be real. Played shit today, but he got a Bandula assist.
Was he worse than Mbeumo, in your opinion, Wrap Up? Also, Joe, you can start the timer, by the way. Yeah.
Was he worse than Mbeumo?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, but not by much, though. Not by much. Mbeumo got a goal as well. That's why Mbeumo is doing the GA thing right now, because he's had 4 shit games in a row as well. So, but like I said, I just want my 3 points. I'm not expecting good football. I just want my 3 points.
So you just want 3 points here. So this is what I'm saying. You just want 3 points, but Mbeumo's having shit games but still scoring goals. Isn't that just give you 3 points? He's doing the right thing then, isn't it? Even if, isn't it impressive?
He's getting his GA. If he's not getting a performance, get GA.
Yeah.
If you can't have him, get GA at least. Mount had his best performance in the United shirt. I don't even like that guy, but I had to rate his performance today. He had his best performance in the United shirt. I echo what Riri said. We did what we were supposed to do against the shittest team in the league. Smashed them up in the second half because the first half was horrendous. We allowed them to get back into it, but we did what we were supposed to do in the second half. Bruno's assist for Mount's goal was cold, I can't lie. I'm not the biggest fan of Bruno. That assist was cold to Mount. One clipped it in, Mount volleyed it in. That was a cold assist.
Guys,
so all the people that say my Bruno hater, for all the people that say my Bruno hater, I gave him props. Yeah, leave me alone now. Yeah,
He's so reluctant to do it too, you know.
no, I gave him props. Like, it was a cold assist. I can't take that away. The assist was cold. It wasn't a Bandini assist like the Palace ones. But anyway, can I really take anything out from this game? No, I can just take we got 3 points because we cannot play like this against Bournemouth. Play like this against Bournemouth, we'll be 3-0 down in the first half. With Semenyo, Ebenilson, they got many threats. I'm telling you. That's why I just said, get me my 3. Go ahead.
Do you think we can go there and get a result
Against Bournemouth? Not playing out the way we played today. No, they'll smash us out. The way we played against
Go on.
The way we played against Wolves today was enough to be a shit team at the bottom of the league. But if we play that against Bournemouth, we're getting smashed up 3-4-1, the opposite to what we did to them.
That's exactly why I did say the performance didn't give me much to like be impressed with. Yeah.
Yeah.
More questions than answers, and that's the best way.
Yeah, the performance is nothing to write home about, but we just got we were the better team in quality. We should show it, and we showed it in the second half, and that's it. But yeah, I give credit to the players. Amram, credit to the players. Yeah, I feel that.
Before you go, last 20 seconds. Yeah, hold on. Before you go, you've given Bruno some praise. Surely Amram gets a little bit of praise for the performance today.
What, are you mad? He's still doing the same stuff. He's still doing the premeditated subs, which lets me know he hasn't learned any. He's still not learning. He's still doing the same shit. He's just got away with it today because Wolves are dog shit. And to be honest, with the players, they stepped up because they had some professional pride, which I'm happy about. That's all I'll say. That's some professional pride.
All right. I hear it. You're right. I respect it. He's still saying that Amarim, he ain't done nothing much really. He's still predictable, which is, you know what? A little bit of predictability is nothing wrong. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you know exactly how Arsenal are going to set up. You know exactly how certain people are going to set up. You know, but
yeah,
it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, You know exactly how Liverpool were going to run underneath Klopp. Do you know what I mean? You know what certain teams bring to a game. So a little bit of predictability is also a style of play.
And
but hold on, I understand it. But go on.
And I wouldn't be mad at the fact that, like, you know, one of the first substitutions he made was bringing in Licha and Lenny Yoro. Like, I want to see Licha get some game time as much as possible. And, you know, I hear the skepticism of like, yeah, why he always got to change the center back. But like, for me, I'm like, yes, I want Licha to get more minutes. So I'm here for it, you know.
Yeah, I'm here for that though. But I do wonder why it's always defense before attack though. That is one thing that I do want to ask.
He's been asked about it and he's addressed it in a couple of presses, like I think maybe 3 presses ago. He just
surely each game is different though. Do you know what I mean? I'm not cussing him about it today. I'm not cussing him about it today because you know when you're 2 up, then maybe you can start defending, especially if you're not confident. But every game, it's always defense first. Even when we're losing, why not attack first?
I hear you.
Leave that there. Let's bring in the next caller because you've not got much time.
Yes, that I actually got one last call and then you
mini title charge. No.
Somebody take the wine away from Overhead Kick TV, please. Hide the rest of the box wine right now. And it's the box wine. He's just doing this mini title charge.
Doctor, welcome to the show.
Hey. How are you guys?
Good. How are
Even
you?
though we just did a stream together. Yeah.
Hold on.
Hold on. What is what
Bots
are
over
you
there
saying?
biting his lips again one time.
Oh,
Down
Already?
there we
some
go,
of
you
that
guys.
shit.
Oh my
Oh, and
god.
he ran away. It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, he ran away. Oh, he's trying to
Do you
leave.
know
Oh,
what?
he's done. He's done for the day. He's done. He's done. He's
Uh
gone. He's
anyway,
dead.
I was gonna say something, but then it's just gonna make stuff worse. Um, yeah. So this is like a typical Man United performance. Um, why are we moving to the left
Don't worry.
or
Don't
to the
worry.
right? Anyway,
Uh,
it's a typical Man United performance. So
Yes.
I've been saying that we're consistently inconsistent, and it's irritating. But what else can I expect? I mean, it's us. Again, tale of two halves. The first half was shit. The second half much better. Three, we concede stupid goals. Now, this is the only criticism I have for Lamens for the goal. Why were you on the other side? I'm trying to stay.
Not allow him. No, Lamens had a good game. Yeah. If
He had
once
a
again,
great game. He had a wonderful game, but that one little, like, he could have done better for the goal, and that's all I have to say. Honestly, that's me being nitpicky. You know, that's
you
me
have.
being
Okay, that's you being picky. Okay, picky. Because
yeah.
I can't lie.
I
There
feel
wasn't
like
much to find in the game today. Not much at all. They did well.
yeah, and to be fair, I think it was close to the end of the game where they were playing ping pong in our half, right in front of the goal. It was going ping pong, ping pong. I'm like, you always want me to have a squeaky bum, like my stomach just starts rush
He said what?
every time. At
Okay.
the end of the game, my stomach just goes like that. Look, everybody
So anytime,
knows.
doctor, yeah. Well,
Pardon? Yeah.
doctor. Listen, yeah. Apart from the runs that they were giving you, yeah. Did you feel any other concerns from the game in terms of like? For me, the bad was the performance. Yeah.
Oh
Because now
yeah,
I'm worried about going up against someone like Bournemouth. Bournemouth are dangerous
and Villa.
compared to Wolves.
And Villa.
And,
We have
and
Bournemouth,
Villa's
Villa,
even worse.
Newcastle, then Wolves again. Do you really think we're gonna win any of those games? No. I think Pap said it earlier on. Like, it's a game by game basis. We go into it thinking we're gonna lose this shit, and it's very likely we're gonna lose.
It's bad. It's bad. Look, like I said, from this performance, it doesn't build me with confidence. Do you know what I mean?
At
Like I
all.
said, I have more concerns now than confidence. Yeah,
Oh
because
yeah,
once you think about playing any team better than that, yeah, that whole second half FC thing becomes a real big concern. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? If we can only play good for one half and it takes him to go break a TV every time, it's becoming a very expensive habit. Do you know
Exactly.
what I'm
And I want to say this. Cunha, I have to agree. Cunha, you have to do better. You're not at Wolves anymore. This is Manchester United. You came here knowing that there's going to be an even more there's going to be you're going to be criticized. We criticize even more, you know? So it's you have to do better. You played at Wolves, now you're at United. Do better. Mbuemo, same thing. You have to do better. Ahmad, same thing. You have to do better.
But at least in Buemo's ticking along
Squad,
with
yeah,
no contributions.
that's
you know?
six
He's
goals.
ticking on.
Cunha, you should be on 6 goals or better, not 1 goal, 1 assist. No,
That's what I'm saying. You expect around the same level of performance from both of them, but you know what?
I was
Apparently-
going through my notes. And and on the Kev Coin thing, I said Cunha would have 15 goals and assists this season. It's stinky,
Looking a bit stinky now.
very stinky.
It's looking a bit
I was
stinky
like,
now.
15 games and we're only 1 goal or 1 assist. Wow.
Yeah, but you know what though, sis? If it's one thing I would have to say to you, every time that you do anything about coins or anything like that, you have to be wary because you were the same one as well
Oh.
that you said that Onana was gonna get goal contributions and shit like that last season.
No, the only time I'm gonna defend this shit is last season. He almost had 2 assists. I swear to God, these criminals, yeah.
I'm sorry, you're getting one of these.
Shut up. Shut up.
I'm sorry. no, stop it. We're not doing that again. He did almost get a lot of goals, assists, last season because all he was doing was hoofing the ball up there. Yeah, but anyway, let's not get into that. Ronald, welcome to the show, bro. What's going on?
Yo, can you hear me? Because I'm outside.
Yeah, you loud and
I had
clear?
to come outside for a smoke. Okay. Because I need smoke. I'm smoking on the graves of the people who said. I'm smoking on the graves of the people who said sell Bruno. The guy who's carrying Amorim on his back. He's gonna have a nest like Mbeumo.
Right now?
He's carrying Mbeumo.
Hold on. Let me start your timeout. Don't you think that Bruno's basically been carrying the team for about the last 2 or 3 seasons?
Not necessarily. I mean, yes, in a certain way, but then there are also performances from last minute goals by Maguire. This season Mbeumo done beautiful work. Give me 1 sec. Hold on.
What's happening here?
There was a bus beside me, so yeah, I had to wait for it to go. But
okay.
I'm
But you
back
know
now.
what? Though? In a real talk, though, yeah. How many times have we sat here on many different channels, yeah, and said the same thing that if Bruno doesn't perform, we don't do anything. And it's not just been this season, bro. It's not just been Amorim. Yeah,
it's every season.
He was saving ever since he came in under Oli, bro. He was saving people's lives every game. Like, if it's one thing people have to say is without Bruno in the heart of the midfield, bro, we lose something.
See, that's the beauty of it. Now let me remind you of something, and I'm gonna remind you of something very difficult to remember. Garnacho passing to Rashford in the box. Ball was a yard behind Rashford. He turns, falls on the ground, doesn't get up back in time, and the goalkeeper gets the ball. Cunha did the same thing today. The ball was behind Bruno. It was not at par with Bruno. It was not even the right pace. It was actually behind Bruno. Bruno slipped, because he was trying to get to the ball that was behind him. That's why he slipped in the first place. Still, Bruno made the goal. So what you guys were talking about, Cunha having 1 goal and 1 assist, that's thanks to Bruno, that he actually has that assist. Because if it was anyone else, that wouldn't be there.
Look, it's the determination that Bruno has in it, yeah. Once again, sometimes I think Bruno is also he falls to the same thing that Cunha does. Yeah, he sometimes tries to do too much. He falls victim of the same sickness. Yeah, they both try to do too much sometimes. And sometimes
it's 2 different sicknesses. Let me break it down for you. Why it's 2 different sicknesses. Bruno does that because he's getting sick of others not doing what they're supposed to, so he overdoes it.
Okay.
Cunha is the eager kid who's on a sugar rush. He just wants to score a goal and do his celebration, and he's not getting that. That's why he's overdoing what he's supposed to do, the simple thing. That kind of pass you expect from someone like Dalot to deliver. You would expect Dalot to have that kind of a pass that goes behind the player. Oh, you know what? We messed up. Because Dalot's done that.
I want people to leave Dalot alone. I know he messed up the shot, yeah, but he played well today, though. Don't you think Dalot played decent today? Apart from the shot that he missed, obviously.
He was all right, but then that's not the level. We need to go up. We need to up our levels. I'm not going to go on Amorim anything bad. He's done all right. He's done his job. No problem. At the end of the day, I'm going to now go 1 game at a week. Overall, I still want him out. But now, 1 game at a time with Amorim, right?
Yes.
Bruno's carrying this guy in his job right now. He should be thankful to Bruno. Now, I don't know how exactly he's going to pivot when Mbeumo and Amadou Diallo go for AFCON, how he's going to change the team. That would be very interesting to see how he learns and pivots. But Cunha needs to like calm down. He will get the goals in the red shirt. He just needs to calm down a little bit, and he would get the goals. He gets in the right positions. He does the right things. But overall, this was a good game. This is what we were supposed to do against Grimsby, and we did not do that. And that's my only qualm against Emery.
I big up yourself every time, Ronald. Yeah, but do you know what though? Yeah, I can't lie. I feel like everybody's going a little bit too harsh on the whole Cunha situation and the Bruno thing. That Bruno take, yeah, Ronald. Bruno's just doing Bruno things. Bruno's always been the man ever since we bought him. Nobody else has performed better in our team than Bruno Fernandes. Yeah. Consistently, if people want to talk about inconsistencies in Manchester United, you really can't talk about Bruno because 9 times out of 10 he has a good game. And he went through that period where he was messing up, yeah, but without him, we're nothing. We literally don't do anything without Bruno Fernandes. So I don't know, man. I don't think he's saving him. It's just Bruno doing what Bruno does best, man. Yo, young Bill, young Papi, what go on?
What go on, my boy?
Nothing, man. Do you know what? I'm just listening to this whole Bruno situation from Ronald, his Bruno take. Yeah, what do you think? Do you think he's keeping Amir in the job, or is just Bruno doing Bruno things? You know what I mean? Bruno just always performs.
Kind of both. Kind of both. A bit of both, but I would say more so Bruno being Bruno, to be fair. Captain Fantastic that he is, like, you know?
Fantastic. Oh, hold on one
Like-
second. Bear with me. I'll pause your time. 1 second. Ronald said bring him back real quick. What's up? What's up, Ronald?
Yeah, I just want to say one thing. We bought Cunha this season. These are the same defenders this guy has trained week in, week out. He should know their inefficiency, where they lack. He should know their weaknesses, but still he had the performance that he had. It's not a new player coming from a Dutch league or a Brazilian league or a German league. This is the player who played in this league, who had his bread and butter earned in this league. We gave Ineos the prop that you bought from the league. Good, you did good. But if you did, the player has to show it off as well on the pitch. He knows these. He knows these defenders, bro. He knows their weaknesses. Does he not? He trained with them week in, week out, and he still couldn't tap into those weaknesses. Isn't that mad?
I feel like he was just kind of trying a bit too hard, if you understand what I mean. Like, you know,
Once again,
mentally, he was just
that's
moving
my
too
thoughts.
fast.
And that's what I said. A kid on Sugar Rush, just doing
Yeah.
everything all together at once.
Big up yourself, Ronald. Big up yourself. Yeah, young Pappy, let me give you your turn back. Go on, I'll
Yeah,
restart
no
you.
worries. But yeah,
Go.
I must say, like, you know, Bruno even gave an assist with the man of the match award to Mount, to be fair, if you ask me. So
Oh,
that's
did he?
another assist.
Didn't see that. Didn't see that.
And the fact that Mason Mount won the man of the match, I'm like, oh damn, Bruno must have gave it to him if that's the case.
Do you know what though? Mason Mount. Should we talk about Mason Mount for a little bit? Because you know what?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
the biggest Mason Mount fan. I am not. I will say it with chest. I said it. I made bets against him last season and won.
Yep,
Yeah.
100%.
This guy is doing all right. Hey,
I have to give him the credit when it's due as well. Yeah, I
He's
definitely
doing
have to give
right.
credit where it's due. I was
I have
vexed
to
when we
say-
bought him. Like when him and Havertz left Chelsea, I'm like, why are people buying these players? Like, let them rut at Chelsea. Let
Even
Chelsea
if-
rut.
Giving him the number 7 as well.
And then gave him the number 7. Like, I felt like life was actually just looking at me and said, yeah, take this. Like, you know, oh, you thought you was down in the mud? Okay, yeah, sink.
You know what? Like to me, say, here, take this. That's how they.
A little pause, yes, slight
You
pause.
know what? Yeah. Do you know what though? I feel like he might be like one of our dark horses. I don't even know what you want to call it this season, but someone of shining light to do something when called upon, at least. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I could give him that.
He's a good bench option. Put it that way. He's a
He's
strong
one of
bench.
them like average players that they're not really bad. Like, you know, average ain't always bad. You know what I mean? Like, average actually helps the club. Like, you know, like, okay, nobody will call Michael Carrick world class. They will probably call him an average player, but that's a baller in the club that we need. You know what I mean? It's like Busquets. They don't get the credit, is what I'm
Don't
saying.
know if you can say that Carrick wasn't world class, you know.
No,
He's
I
one
would,
of
but
those
no,
guys
I meant people. That's like
he
people
wasn't-
saying. Me, in my eyes, he is.
Okay.
Everybody in that
He-
United
he-
team is world class. I was just speaking for the general public, how people look at it. They would look at him as an overhyped player. That's
All right.
kind of where I was getting at with that. But yeah,
He was a G, boy. That was
he
one
was
of
a
them.
I can't wait to see his
Anywhere.
son come up and, you know, hopefully do something for us.
So I'm saying I think you might have pissed off a couple of people.
Right, that's
But
just
don't worry,
because they
it's
didn't
like-
understand. Yeah, they didn't understand what I
Right,
meant.
yeah.
That's all. That's
Oh,
good.
boy. It's just getting through
They,
to them.
yeah, yeah.
But you know what? Don't worry, but I'll tell you one thing, yeah. Through the time that Amram's had here, yeah, would you say that you're starting to see improvements now? Or was that just what should have happened against a lesser opponent?
To be fair, I can't even really say improvement, because improvement for me is really and truly consistency. So you have to keep doing this, you know, for me to be like cool. Now, if you was to win 3 games in a row and then, you know, lose or thing, then hit another 3 games and you're winning that, like you know, you bounce back. That's what I could appreciate watching. You know what I mean? I could appreciate the fight, the risk, or whatever, you know,
Yeah, absolutely.
like
I
the
don't
consistency of
really-
that.
So the last thing before you go, yeah, we've touched on it with a few callers. The predictability of his substitutions, is that a worry for you? Because some people
Oh
call
yes,
it
100%.
yeah.
Yeah, I find his game management very questionable. Very much so. I understand players have to, I suppose, play, and all his options that he really has is, you know, down the back or midfield. He don't really have attacking options on, you know. So I guess it's just trying to give people time. I don't even know what, like, you know, I couldn't even answer that, to be fair.
I mean, I think it would have been good if we could have kept certain players, yeah, and used them as bench options.
I agree,
Even
and this is the thing, and people still want players sold, but we have no depth. We have nobody.
He's one
We would
player.
lose the players
Go on.
to show the other players that come in at least the ropes. Mind you, we want some different ropes right now, because these ropes are worn off, like, you know, for years. But
I
you know,
I
you
would
know
have
where
loved to have kept. Yeah, absolutely. I would have loved to have kept Garnacho as an option. You know.
No, 100%. I'm not really pissed off today, more so that I'm calmed down about it, but I felt like we lost out on keeping Garnacho. Like, I felt like he would have came good in the coming years, just let him do what he's being told to do. Like, people were putting the blame on him, like the manager ain't telling him, cut in, shoot when you see possible. You know what I mean?
Look, I'm not saying he was the savior of the team. Yeah, big up yourself, by the way. Yeah, Patrick.
That's blessings.
I'm not saying I think he was the man, he was going to be the next big thing. I'm not saying none of that, yeah. But as a bench option, because right now, yeah, Manchester United, we look to our bench and we're like, that's all he could use. That's all we got. That's all we got anyway. Who else are you going to bring on? But look, when Mount's there, he comes on, he does something, yeah. Obviously he started, but you know what I mean? When there are players to be brought off the bench, I would love for him to be a great bench option. Do you know what I mean? We need more. We need more. We need more players. We need depth. And we're only playing once a week, but look at times like this in the Christmas period where it's starting to pile up. We still need more. And when he looks to the bench, I want to be confident in what he's bringing on instead of him having to choose defensive options. But anyway. Yo, Bally Tech, welcome to the show.
Yo, big up everyone in the chat. Let's get in.
Yes,
Um,
yes. Oh, go on.
Yo, Yeah, I'm good, man. Obviously, I'm happy.
Well, actually,
Say that again.
so I've not spoken to you in a little while on my own. Like
Uh,
it's always
yeah,
isn't it?
the last time I spoke to you on your own, you offered me boxing, so I was like, okay, Joe don't like me. I heard that.
No, you said I can't fight. I said I can't fight. Do you know Joe? Like but that's a different story. We're not going to do that. Yeah, I realized I'm on a hype thing. I've learned how to calm down on the internet.
Yeah, you have to be internet ready because if they ever say, "Yo, you have to do this boxing thing," it's gonna be a mad one still. But yeah, moving on.
Yeah, I'm there. But anyway, uh, but I don't even want to know because I've never seen you. Can you imagine? Anyway, let's not even get into that. But Valley Tech, bro. Let me ask you one question. You know the whole Garnacho situation, yeah?
Mm,
Like, just off topic of the match, yeah. But isn't depth something that we need? Were you one of those
yeah,
people that said?
yeah,
Were you one of
100%.
God?
We need depth. We need depth. I believe the board, obviously, they've got rid of Garnacho because he's had a falling out with the manager after that final. I think he fell out with him before then, but I think the continuation spilled out after that final. And then obviously they've got rid of the players that the manager wanted getting rid of, but they didn't actually replace them as well, if that
Yes.
makes any sense. They only brought in 3 attackers, but they got rid of more than 3 attackers. If you think about it, they got rid of Højlund, they got rid of Anthony, they got rid of Sancho, they got rid of Rashford, and they got rid of Garnacho.
5 players.
Yeah,
5,
and they only brought in 3. So in a way,
5
the
players that
manager,
were all used as well. Those are players that were definitely all used. Yeah.
there
These are
were
not like bench
definitely,
players.
yeah, so there were definitely players who he could have used. Hence the reason why we ended up finishing where we finished to a certain extent. And then obviously this season, we replaced them with some good players, but we still like down a couple of players which we could have used. But I think their argument is that we haven't got the Champions League. So it is what it is. But I think for me, I'm more on an upbeat one. I'm more like, yeah, we beat them 4-1. Yeah. The performance was decent. Yeah, we had a lot of chances on goal. We could have scored a lot of more goals in the first half. We put them to the sword in the second half. And I just think, yeah, we need special hot chips for some of our callers. Because I just think, yeah, we have several criminals in the community, yeah. When I'm listening to streams, preview streams, and they're all like, Man United are gonna lose. Man United are gonna lose. And then I think then when people are going back and forth, like, we're not gonna lose, and then people are like, so when we lose then, all them people need hot chips. I don't care. I don't care. They all need hot chips, yeah. Don't
I
come
agree.
on stream chatting that shit, and then when we win, yeah, you're still chatting more shit. You're doubling down. Listen, you man are not internet ready. Yeah, you man come online and you're talking this shit about your own club. Yeah, I can't have it. You all need hot chips. I don't care. Yeah. Second of all,
Name
yeah.
names. Name names.
I
Name
don't need
names.
to name the names. We could go back to the streams and listen to them chatting shit in 4K. Yeah. I had enough of this, bruv. Yeah. The manager deserves credit. Yeah. He deserves credit when he deserves what he gets when we lose, and he deserves the credit when we win. Yeah. Yes, we're supposed to beat Wolves. They're the worst team in the Premier League. Yeah. So, yes, they're supposed to lose. We beat them comfortably. Yeah. No problemo. But we got Bournemouth next. Hopefully, we can build on that. But it is a game by game basis. I had a feeling we was going to beat Wolves, but I'm now worried about Bournemouth, if I'm going to be real with you.
There we go. Because that performance didn't inspire you to think that we can beat Bournemouth, did it? Let's just be honest.
No, but even if we slap them 10-0, I'm not thinking, rah, we're gonna go into the Bournemouth game and do anything, because it's Wolverhampton. It's just Wolverhampton. So I don't know what people are looking for, because they haven't beat anyone. So we done what we're supposed to do, yeah, which is we gave them the knockout blow. Cool. We put them way out of the game before the 90 minutes. So we didn't have to do panic stations with the substitutions and everything else. Cool. So we done what we needed to do. The only thing is, Bournemouth is not Wolves. Yeah. And while some people are like, oh yeah, but Bournemouth, their form and whatnot. Yeah, but Everton, I thought the same thing about Everton, but then Everton, they was up for it. West Ham, they was a little bit up for it. So that's where it becomes problematic. But at the same time, nobody gave us a chance against Crystal Palace. No one gave us a chance against Liverpool at Anfield, but we managed to turn up. And obviously we beat Chelsea as well. So you never know. Like, I'm not so confident, because all these teams, we're doing some yo-yo stuff where they will lose, then we're supposed to capitalize, then we lose or we draw, and it's like we're all doing. So when people crash out, I'm thinking, bro, there's no need for the crash out, because we're still in this race. Yeah, we won today. We're a point off top 4. People still criticizing the manager, even though he's slyly doing his job quietly. Yeah, no, imagine you don't rate this manager. He ain't really got his squad. We already discussed that we got 5 attackers. We shipped out 5 attackers. We brought in 3. So that means the squad is thin in a sense. Yeah, he hasn't got the midfield that he's supposed to have. Yeah, so realistically, for him to be a point off top 4 with the squad that he has, it's not that bad, you know. It's not that bad. I can't lie. I'm not overhyping it, but I'm not gonna undersell what's happening at the moment.
Would you agree with Wajid here? He says he does have a fair amount of his squad.
Well, how? How does he have a fair amount of it? If Casemiro and Bruno are not a part of his future, if he hasn't got an adequate left wing back, yeah, if he hasn't got, if he's got one injury prone ball playing centre back and the rest of them are not really ball playing, then how does that add up?
No. 1 second. Because if you're gonna say that, I hear the back line thing, yeah, but you said Bruno and Fernandes are not his players for the future. I hear that, bro, but he's players for right now. Because at the end of the day, yeah, when you come into a team, you can't come into a team and say that I want to change the whole 11.
But this is the beginning of the rebuild. This is literally the beginning of the rebuild.
But some of these players are the players he's chosen to take into the next stage. But
you can't flush out the whole 11 in one window. You can't flush the whole.
I'm not trying to say that, but what I'm trying to get at is, bro, that like he's got a fair amount of his players there now that he can start saying that this is starting to look like a team in his own image. Yeah. Like the Cunhas, the Embuemos, the Sesko, the Bruno and Casemiro, I'm counting as players as part of what he would like in his design, bro, because that's what he loves to play. He never drops them. They start every time.
But because there's nobody else. If you actually deep it, there's nobody else. If there was somebody else, then maybe it would be sticky. Like if we had like an Anderson in our team, maybe it'd be sticky for them, because he already put it out there and said that if Bruno is still here next season, he has to accept a rotational position in the team. So that already tells me that Bruno is not the answer for what he wants to do going forward next season. And Casemiro is an older, more mature man. He I don't think he's got the level of work rate that the manager wants, and this is why they bypass the midfield every single game. They just bypass it every single game. That's to cover up the flaws of the midfield. So the argument that, oh, well, he's got his players is all cock and bull. Is for the man them that the we hate the system merchants. Yeah, I'm telling you now. Yeah, give this brother proper midfielders for his system, yeah, a proper wing back for his system, and proper ball playing centre backs for his system, and we will look far better than what we look like now. But at the end of the day, this is the beginning of the rebuild, yeah. We're 1 point off top 4, and I'm not saying that he's cooking yet, but I can see that we're going somewhere. I just think that we have to be a bit more patient because this is the beginning stage of what is supposed to look like. We're not fully there yet. So the idea that we have to be like, well, I don't rate this manager because of what's going on now. We can sack him. We can go get Iraola, but then he's gonna flop too. And I promise you, this season is going to be a write-off if we sack this manager. In fact, any manager that comes in after this manager during this season is going to be a write-off.
Bring up yourself. And you know what? I don't want to see another manager sacked the way Erik ten Hag was sacked either. Yeah. I did already say that I expect to see him here at the end of the season. I just don't expect a great ratio of wins to losses. Although he's already proven me wrong. Yeah. He is proving me wrong on that front already. It seems like he might finish with an okay win to loss ratio by the end of the season. Now, look, guys, let me stop being Mr. Negative Net, because you know what? From BallyTech, there were some points, some points that are maybe questionable. But I will say this, yeah, it's as a person who does not back the manager, as openly said, I do not back the manager. I will say that today's performance shows, well, kind of nothing really. Yeah, it's kind of like what BallyTech said. 10 goals wouldn't have made a difference to kind of what this result makes you feel. It doesn't make you feel like we've progressed. It's the next step that we have to take, yeah? The likes of Bournemouth, can we beat them convincingly? Or is it going to be another shootout? Is it going to be another back and forth? And then the next game after that, Aston Villa, can we sneak a win there? Because you know what? If we snuck a win at Aston Villa or something like that, then you can maybe start saying, okay, look, no matter what opposition we're facing, we're starting to pull out some sort of results. That's all I want from this team. And if it's Amram to do that, Amram can bring us back to those days where we feel like we can go into games where we feel like we're going to lose and still come out with some sort of result, then I'm happy for it. I am happy for it. God, please let it happen. Prove me wrong in it, Amram. That's your job. Do your job, Amram. I just did mine. Guys, it's been the good, bad, and ugly. Please smash a like on my channel. This is Backhand Entertainment. Please smash a like on Bots's channel, which is Football Power Hour, and we will be back as soon as we can. It's been all love. Thank you. Peace. Take care. Bye.
Yo, 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 yo. The good, the bad, the ugly, whoa. Yo, 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 yo. The good, the bad, the ugly, whoa. Yo, yo, yo. The good, the bad, the ugly, whoa. Yo, yo, yo. Black man, Bobby, let it flow. Whoa, yo, yo. Turn it up, turn it loud, let it go. Whoa, yo, yo, yo. The good, the bad, the ugly, whoa. Yo, yo, yo. About my what? About my who? About my